The Jinn-Occupied Fort of Rajasthan, 1600. Intro, what if I told you there is a fort in Rajasthan where entering after sunset has been forbidden for more than 400 years? Not because of
ancient
war,
fort,
not because
with its
of collapse,
massive stone
but
walls
because something
and
inside
crumbling
watches
towers.
you. And those who ignored the warning were never the same again. The fort that never sleeps. In the year 1600, deep inside the deserts of Rajasthan, there stood a fort that refused to sleep. During the day, it looked ordinary. Massive stone walls, tall gates, and watchtowers built to protect a kingdom. Birds flew freely above it. Sunlight touched every corner. But the moment the sun dipped below the horizon, everything changed. The air became heavy. The silence became loud. And the fort felt alive. The warning. Villagers living nearby warned travelers again and again. Leave before sunset. After that, the fort watches you. Most people laughed, until guards started to disappear. The first sign of horror. The first guard reported something strange. Every night he heard footsteps behind him. Slow, deliberate, always stopping the moment he turned around. He never saw anyone. On the seventh night, he was found unconscious near the main gate. His eyes were wide open in terror. When he finally spoke, he whispered only one sentence: "They are standing on the walls." After that night, no guard agreed to patrol alone. The fort awakens. Soon, strange events became routine. Torches lit themselves without fire. Locked doors were found open from the inside. Shadows moved against the direction of the moon. And sometimes, guards heard their own names being called, softly, patiently, from empty corridors. The truth revealed. Local scholars and spiritual leaders were called. After studying the land, they reached the same conclusion. The fort had been built on land that was not empty. Long before humans arrived, this place was believed to be home to Jinns, beings made of smokeless fire. And when their territory was disturbed, they did not attack immediately. They waited. The disappearances. As months passed, people began to vanish. 7 men entered the fort after sunset. Guards, messengers, workers. None of them returned. No blood, no bodies, no signs of struggle. Only their belongings, neatly placed near the walls, as if they had simply stepped out of existence. Overnight, strange symbols appeared on the inner walls, lines and shapes no one could read. Villagers believed these were Jinn markings, warnings not meant for humans, but for something else. The final order. Fear spread quickly. Finally, the ruler of the region issued a strict command. No human is allowed inside the fort after sunset, ever. The fort was abandoned. Nature reclaimed it. Sand filled the corridors. Silence ruled the halls.
The present day. But the stories did not end. Even centuries later, people say the fort still follows spots. Some hear laughter echoing from empty rooms. Others feel someone walking beside them, matching their pace without seeing anyone. Guards stationed nearby refuse to enter after dark. They say the fort does not like company. That ending. Skeptics call it imagination. Historians call it folklore. Locals call it survival instinct. But one question remains unanswered. If nothing lives there, why has the warning survived for more than 400 years? And if the fort is truly empty, then who is still making sure no one stays after sunset? At the present day, but the stories did not end. Even centuries later, people say the fort still follows the old rules. Visitors report sudden cold winds and extreme heat. Mobile batteries drain without reason. Cameras stop working at specific spots. Some hear laughter echoing from empty rooms. Others feel someone walking beside them, matching their pace without seeing anyone. Guards stationed nearby refuse to enter after dark. They say the fort does not like company. A final viral ending hook. Skeptics call it imagination. Historians call it folklore. Locals call it survival instinct. But one question remains unanswered. If nothing lives there, why has the warning survived for more than 400 years? And if the fort is truly empty, then who is still making sure no one stays after sunset? Because those who tried to stay were never seen leaving. Some say the fort does not trap bodies. It keeps souls. And even today, when the sun goes down, locals claim the same shadows still climb the walls. counting footsteps, waiting just like they did 400 years ago. So if you ever find yourself near that fort and the sky begins to turn dark, remember this. The rule was never meant to protect the fort from humans. It was meant to protect humans from whatever still lives inside. If you enjoy real historical horror stories, hidden facts, and mysteries that make you think, then subscribe to Factstormlab today. This channel doesn't just tell stories. It takes you deep into history, fear, and the unknown. History, facts, and mysteries, all in one super hit video. Only on Factstormlab 786. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends.